So Rami, could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Rami. I'm from Jin refugee camp. I'm 32 years old. I work as a full-time as an English teacher in public school, and also I'm activist in like peace building and conflict resolution, stuff like that.
What's your personal history? Is that you're involved in peace building? How are you personally affected by this conflict?
Personally, me affected. Oh, it's hard. Like, I grew up like in a refugee camp, and I lived the first intifada and the second intifada. That's like, it was for me like a huge like impact on my identity and how the way I raised and the way like I see things. Like, I think conflict is in every aspect of my life, like when I was a child, when I was a teenager, and when I'm an adult now. And the first intifada, I grew up as seeing adults throwing stones at the occupation, and I was wondering why I was a child. What is this? Is a game or what is that? And I involved in that as a child, and it grew up with me. And the second intifada, it was like a big shock for me, because I was like the Israeli occupation came and arrested me, and I was knowing why for a long time, and that's like also a huge impact on me. Yeah.
And how did these experiences impact your future, your goals?
It is. Before I was being arrested, I was like believe in violence resistance to take back our rights, but through the time that I spent in jail and trying to find my identity, I start believing that there is other things that we can do. I'm not saying to delete the violence resistance, because it's like all people in the world like has the right to resist for their freedom, but I'm saying at the same time there is other aspect of any revolution people should concentrate on it, like in peace, non-violence communication, and try like to make revolution in education and in different aspects, and to raise the society, to raise awareness among like my community. And since I was released, I dedicated to take that path. I went to college and I studied, and after I graduated, I just went to this track, and I have been like doing different projects about peace, conflict, community, and different things. Yeah.
Good. We are talking especially today about the conflict between Israel and Palestine, and there are a couple of ideas how to solve it, like the one-state, the two-state solution. And today I want to ask you about what you think about the two-stars solution instead. We were talking yesterday about two stars, like Israel, Palestine becoming each a state of the United States, becoming their own star, 51, 52 on the American flag. What did you think, or what do you think about it?
Oh, like when you told me for the first time about it, I just said, wow, it's a great idea, let's do it. But like when I spent like the nights thinking about it and how can we do that, like a lot of issues came in my mind. How can we do that? It's like let's say the Palestinian people and the Israeli people let's go to this solution. Then a lot of things came up in my mind. What about the borders? What about what kind of states there will be? And all of these issues came in my mind, and I said, okay, maybe if people agree to do that, but it will be difficult to achieve it.
Yeah.
What about if one of the Palestinian or the Israelis, like especially the Israelis, like their dream to build like a Jewish state, like a Jewish like country, how can they achieve that and be like a state belong to America, and America is a scholar, like a secular state, and there would be like a conflict about that, and all of these things came in my mind, and I said, oh my, that it's a good idea, it's brilliant, but like how can we achieve it?
Yeah, I mean the book is handling some of those questions you just raised. This would be good to look into the book as well. But let's think for a moment. What would, if it's successful, what would it mean for you personally if you become a Palestinian with a U.S. citizenship, but still Palestinian? How would you see this impact your personal life in cultural or business or family or your communities about the peace process?
Yeah, it's difficult. I think it will be like a lot of good in it, a lot of good things, especially business. Like people like will have they're free to travel, they're free to go like abroad, or people can come peacefully and live here. Palestinians can live here. But like maybe like I will like personally I will start struggling. Am I like a Palestinian or American? Like finding identity. That will be like maybe an issue again. Like it's a little bit difficult.
Yes.
But like I think it's like I said, like it has a lot of good benefits for the society and for
So you said the advantages would be like right to travel wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Do you see any personal disadvantages personally?
Personal disadvantage.
Would you lose something when you go for this idea?
It depends. Like if I am like living in a state belong to America, I'm still Palestinians, but like I belong to a state to America, and they give me like I have all of my rights to speech, rights for travel or movements, all of that. Maybe like I will be happy with that, but. Do you think I will have the right to live in Israel?
I mean, every American can travel wherever he wants in his own country, and he can also live in different states.
Yeah, but like the question that Reza started like yesterday, I was thinking, do you think like Israel will like accept Israeli state accept a Palestinian to live there? If they agree, they have to. Then it will be like good. I think it would be good if I have all of my rights. Yeah.
Human rights.
Yeah, all of my human rights, I think personally it would be good. But like if it is one of these, like if they took one of these rights from me, then it will be an issue again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think this book is a good way to get started a discussion within with more people, maybe within your community? Maybe just because of being so offbeat?
I think yes. I think people are desperate here. People are like really losing hope, and how can they reach their human rights? And people feel that the West support Israel and do not support the Palestinians, and people are like so frustrated with such idea. Maybe it will open the door for peace building, or like how can we solve this without using violence, maybe such ideas. But I think the Palestinians, when they start thinking about this idea, they will ask a question: will the American accept this idea, or the government accept idea and accept us as human being, not as like Arab or terrorists? That's many people I think will think about that. But it's a good idea, a good start to start open dialogues among Palestinian and Israelis. Yeah.